What's up, beautifuls? What is up? So I thought I would make just a little like a collective energy reading for today's energy, I guess. Never done this before, but I'm just experimenting with it. I feel called to do so right now. I have this pretty background thanks to my niece. I call her my niece, but it just feels weird because she's a year older than me. I see her as more like my sister or something. So let's just say my sister. Anyways, so what can we hear for today's energy? What encouragement, what guidance, what can we all hear right now as a collective? Ooh. Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Along with Starseed, what lights you up? So I'm feeling like for the collective energy, a lot of us are feeling like questioning what is it that makes us happy? What is it that we came here to do? And God, the universe, your higher self is encouraging you to embrace this energy, is what I'm getting, embrace this energy of having that question, embrace the energy of wanting to step into it, because it means that you don't want to settle for less. It means that you can see, you can feel and acknowledge that where you're at right now isn't necessarily lighting you up. You know that there's more out there for you. There's something greater, there's something more. What is it? What is it? I don't know. What is it? Only you know that. What else? Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Divine plan. What I'm getting here is don't worry. Not for a second. There's nothing to worry about. Things like this, they take time. It takes time to step out of your old ways of being, your old routines, and kind of change things up. It takes time to become comfortable with that change. So don't be discouraged when you try something new and it feels weird or something. That's only temporary. Doesn't mean that it's going to be that way forever. That's kind of what I'm feeling that. And just know that every step of the way you're being divinely guided. As long as you're following your heart, doing what makes you happy, following that, there's no way that anything could go wrong. Everything that's happening, everything you're feeling right now, it's all part of the divine plan. It's all supposed to be happening right now. What else can we get? What can the collective hear right now? What encouragement to help us through today's energy? Let's see. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Basically, this is really similar to this Anna, grandmother of Jesus. You are not alone. This says you are not alone as well. Actually, this doesn't say you are not alone. It says seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. But the energy I was getting here was kind of like maybe you feel alone, like that guidance is not being given to you, but it is. It is being. Are you open to it? Are you open to that guidance? Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. As long as you are keeping in mind and believing truly in your heart, not just saying, like, oh yeah, I know God is by my side, I know the angels are guiding me. Like, are you saying it, just saying it, or are you saying it, believing it, and taking steps towards that? Let me get some more information on this. I keep feeling A little bit of blockage. Mirror who or what is triggering you, along with break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. Ancestral patterns. Patterns is really sticking out to me. You know how earlier I said it may feel uncomfortable breaking out of those cycles and doing new things. Don't let that triggering feeling make your reality. Know that it's only temporary. Instead of bashing yourself and falling in that energy, be proud of yourself, like I said, for acknowledging this, for knowing that there's something more out there for you, for knowing that you want to do more, and for trying. You're doing it, you're taking the steps. None of this goes unnoticed. Really, Keepers of the Earth, that's what this card is trying to help you remember, is that you're really not alone. No matter what, as long as you're doing what makes you happy, you're doing service not only to yourself but to all of humanity, because when you're in your element doing what you love, you're inspiring others. You're inspiring others to do the same. So why in the world would God and all of his light beings not want to support you? They're going to support you with all the energy, all the motivation, all the inspiration to keep going on that path. But believe that, trust in that. Don't tell yourself the story that you're alone and that you're not feeling it. I'm getting that, like, I'm just not feeling it. No, like, change the stories that you're telling yourself, because the stories you're telling yourself and others have a lot to do with your reality. We create our reality, right? So what reality are you creating for yourself? Are you affirming to yourself that things are working out, things are happening the way they should, there's nothing to worry about? Or are you constantly just dwelling and dwelling and dwelling? Because if you are, with this ancestral patterns card, what I'm getting here is God wants you to know, the universe wants you to know that that's all just temporary. This may be the way that you've reacted, the way you've handled things your whole life, but it doesn't mean that that's the way it has to be, and that's the way that it's going to be forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like rewriting the future. What do you want for yourself? And rewrite it. Literally, if you want to write it down, because there's power in words, there's power in letters. Everything has vibrations. And so really, by writing it down, by seeing it, you're allowing yourself to really affirm that, if you know what I'm saying. You're affirming to yourself that that's true. You're putting your energy and effort into that. You're showing the universe, you're showing God that you're open to this, that you believe it. Let's pull some more. Let's pull some more cards. What can the collective hear right now? We're coming. Aww. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Guys, this is it. When you start following your heart and doing what lights you up, you start to attract like-minded people who can relate and reciprocate with you. Just because you may not have it right now where you're at, it's, again, like getting yourself out of that energy, feeling like you're stuck, feeling like you're alone, and like where you're at is your reality forever. No. Start remembering that everything is only temporary. You're where you need to be right now. There's nothing to regret, to dwell in. Just start rewriting your future for how you want it to be. Start rewriting your reality right now for how you want it to be, and take those necessary steps. Take those necessary steps, as in start doing what it is that lights you up. And even if it may feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, trust that in the long run, that's going to bring amazing things into your life. Amazing people, amazing connections, amazing opportunities. You start to see the beauty in life. You start...
Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's almost 5 o'clock. Can you take your pills?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was actually going to crop that out, but I may just leave that in because I want to show you guys that even with that just happened right now, you know, my dad just came to remind me about taking my evening pills. You know, I have to take them at a certain time. But originally I was planning on just leaving this all unedited, posting it as it was. So the first thing that initially came to my mind, notice how I said my mind, my programmed mind, was to feel like, oh my gosh, like I can't just record a reading without being interrupted or whatever, you know, like having that mentality is just being in a dwelling energy. That could have affected how I felt right now. That could have changed everything. I could have came back here and I may not have had the same energy for this reading. But I noticed that, and I realized that had to happen. I had to take my pills, you know. It's all okay. Everything's gonna be fine and everything's gonna work out the way it should. And so because I have that mentality, because I switched it around, because I'm following my heart and not my programmed mind. I still struggle with programmed beliefs. I still struggle with cycles of like ways of reacting to things. I'm human too, you know? So that's an example, a good example there of how I quickly changed that. Now I feel like I'm just back to myself. Everything's good. That literally all happened within like 1 minute or less. And before, how I would have reacted in the past, that could have affected my whole day for all I know. But now everything's gonna work out in my favor because that is the way that I'm reacting. That's what I'm putting out into the universe. Literally, I'm speaking it to you guys. So, yeah. Let's just pull one more card and then I'm gonna get like some messages from here. Also, you guys, later on, I'm going to be uploading a pick a card reading on what past traumas or beliefs, unresolved traumas, are you carrying in from your past relationships. So if you're interested in watching that, you can check out my YouTube channel, Faithful Fairies 1212. Okay. Alright. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. As you guys see this, I want you to take a deep breath and feel what could this message be trying to communicate with you. This is for the collective after all, and so the message that I share may be something different than what you feel. So what do you think the universe, God, is trying to communicate with you through this deep replenishment card? What is your intuition telling you when you hear deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held? You know, does it mean take a step back from trying to do a bunch of stuff and take some time to yourself? Does it literally mean change your sleeping schedule because you're not getting the proper rest you need to help you function during the day? What could it mean for you? You know, for me personally, looking at this deep replenishment card, what I'm getting here is to continue on the path that I'm going on, going with the flow. Not everything has to be at a certain time, not everything has to be perfect, specific. Everything is going to be the way it's meant to be. So just continue going with the flow, and you could kind of see how her hair is just, it's just flowing. There's such a zen, like calming energy here. And I'm just radiating it onto you guys. I hope you can feel that. Alright. So let's see what message we can get from these little messages I wrote. Let's see. Wow, okay. You guys got the color pink, and so it's literally the color pink, like what pink symbolizes. And pink symbolizes love, compassion, femininity, playfulness, not being so serious, you guys. Makes others feel accepted by offering an unmatched level of sympathy. It doesn't intimidate or threaten, but rather offers unbridled joy. It symbolizes hopeless romantics and elevates our spirits and relieves tension. So take these messages as they resonate. What I'm feeling here is like, as a collective, we're starting to realize like, hey, I need to start having more self-love for myself. I need to start playing more. I need to start doing what makes me happy more. I need to start sympathizing for myself, because when I sympathize for myself, I can sympathize for those around me. I can sympathize for others. A lot of people who are not sympathetic, they think that that's just the type of person they are, and we're very good about labeling ourselves as certain people, certain personality traits. That's what this Break the Chain card is about. It's about breaking out of that. What stories are you telling yourself about who you are? And let go of that. Step into your true self. If you can't sympathize for people, it's not because you don't have a heart and because you can't feel for others. No. It's just because you haven't given yourself that love and sympathy yet. But as soon as you do that, as soon as you start to love yourself, you can start to love and radiate that out to others. That's beautiful. Okay, let's get one more. What does the collective need to hear right now? Wait. Number 7, actually. So I'm just gonna search up this synchronicity and I'll be back. Alright, you guys, so if you'd like, you can go ahead and search up the angel number 7 meaning to get a deeper into depth meaning. But what I'm going to share with you guys that I read from this was it's all about inner wisdom, intuition, following our intuition, because when we do that, it'll take us to the right direction. Really what we've been talking about. It's about trusting yourself. That's really all I can remember. That's what needs to be heard. We don't always need to go to others to find answers. We can always use others' perspectives to help us grow. But the first place that you should always go, the first place you should be able to trust is just your own self, your own intuition. That's right. That is right. Let's just pull one more. I know I said that already, but one more. Okay. This is just an empty paper. Let's see. Another number, 14. You guys got 14, which 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. So, I'm really like you guys, if you're feeling called to, I really recommend searching this up. I'm actually not even gonna search it up because I want you guys, like, I really want you to search up the angel number 14 and just see what guidance you can receive from that. Just try it out. Just try it out. Alright, you guys, so if you watched this, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this little collective reading was able to help you out a little bit, give you some clarity, some confirmation. And if you have anything you want to share, feel free to comment down below, or you can DM me as well. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.